Well, thank you so much for tuning in. We are live here in the studio. I'm your host, Helen Keaty. Our next item is one of my favorite things to present, but you know, here's the thing, we hardly ever have them, and we had a big Today special with them the other day, and they flew out the door. And when I saw that for my variety show that we're doing today, that I got a presentation of it, I was excited, but what really made me excited is we got to keep the Today special price for one more post-sale presentation. It's the Aiwa Prodigy Bone Conduction Open Ear Headphones. Now, they are waterproof. You're seeing her swim in them, you know, paddleboard. You go to the lake, you're boating, whatever, these are waterproof. There's so many reasons why people love these, but we're gonna do a full presentation. I'm gonna introduce our special guest. Doug Hensel is here at DJ Fresh. He's a very, very renowned DJ, and he is an expert on music and dancing and bringing the party, even if it's the party just him by himself. He knows how to bring that party. But you know, there's so much equipment. There's so many things out there, but there's nothing like this.
Right, and normally when I come out with headphones on, I can't hear you.
Right.
Because I'm jamming out, they're either covering my ear or they're stuck wedged inside of my ear. But check this out, right? This is the bone, like what is bone conduction? Like what is that? What does that even mean? Well, it's actually been around for hundreds of years, and we're gonna dive into it, but Aiwa, just groundbreaking when it comes to all things electronics, especially sound. Since 1951, my very first official sound system when I was in high school, Aiwa. So I love this brand, I've lived with this brand, but check this out. It's not even in my ear. The bone conduction technology allows me to feel, but also hear the music, as it doesn't have to be in my ear canal. How crazy is that? So not only is it like a smooth, silky, lightweight, it's not even an ounce, okay? Look at how it bends, look at how it twists, but it's got this very soft, nice, rubbery type of material, so you don't even feel it when it's on your head and around your ears. Not like some of those other ones where it kind of weighs you down and it feels uncomfortable. You know, I've been a professional DJ for over 25 years. I fly all across the country. I play all premier events. I use over-the-ear headphones, in-the-ear headphones when I'm in the studio. I have headphones on for hours at a time. I have never, Helen, I have never ever put on a pair of headphones like this before and was blown away by the acoustics, by the sound, the comfortability, but also the versatility. I can control everything right there. I can take my phone calls. She just clicked on, answered a phone call right there. You can play, you can pause, you can turn the volume up, you can turn the volume down. Half the time when I'm listening to maybe a podcast or an audiobook at night, I pass out and I wake up with them still on my head. Well, so I don't even feel they're on.
Well, first of all, if you have hearing aids, you can't put in, you can't listen. So if you've got hearing aids, it'd be perfect for it. By the way, I'm wearing them right now, and you couldn't even see it with my hair over it.
Right.
So there they are. So it's for people with hearing aids, it's very, very popular. Very, very popular for cyclists, because you can hear, you know, cars coming, and you can hear, like, if you've got, you know, a child going to the bus stop and they're listening to their music, I would rather have them for safety.
Huge safety feature.
Huge safety feature. Be able to hear all your surroundings. But let me show you the value, which is extraordinary. $187.05 is the retail value. You're also getting a earplugs, so that if you like, for example, you love the bone conduction, but you just don't want to hear the screaming baby next to you, you can. I personally,
that's me on every flight.
I personally like screaming baby. It reminds me of my daughter when she was little. I'm like, aw. But anyway, most people don't have that reaction. But you get your charging cord. Just these alone, just the Aiwa Prodigy Bone Conduction, they're $100. We're doing it for $99. But let me just double check with my producer. I probably should have done this not on live TV, but are we still doing the special where you could get another one?
I love how you just
that
asked that on live television.
We are. Oh, that went my way.
I was like, I hope they say yes, because if not, you're probably in trouble.
Doesn't always go my way, Doug. Doesn't always go my way. So if you want to buy a second one, we'll take $10 off the today's special price. It'll be $49.95 and then $39.95 for a second one. By the way, the lavender is very limited. How many did you say we had, Rob? I know you gave me the update. 300 left. That's it. Red, white, and we also have this aqua blue, and of course we have black. Here's the black. That's the one that I was wearing. So I could get the black as like maybe you know, a Father's Day gift, and then I could get one for myself for $39.99. You buy one, you get a second one for $10 less. And I think it's also extraordinary that you can actually download music to this itself. I mean, I've never even heard, like, you know, the earbuds, you lose one of them, guess what you have?
Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah.
How many earbuds have you lost?
Yeah,
I know I've lost.
Girl. And then you're like,
Girl.
I don't know, is my left ear getting the music today, or is my right ear getting the music?
Right, you gotta pick.
Yeah, another thing is, I mean, how many of our junk drawers look like this? With a wad of spaghetti junction from old wired headphones when we used to be tethered to things. These days are long gone, so go in your junk drawer. I know you see it every time you're looking for a pencil or looking for something in there. Take it out, throw it out, get rid of it. Technology is new. You have a lot of other options now. But another thing I like too, Helen, is that you're right. I can store, it comes with a built-in 8 gig memory card in here too as well. So I can store, that's like 2,000 songs. Okay, that I can just have in here, and I don't even have to use my phone.
So it's not Bluetooth. It's just stored right in your headphones.
Right, so you can actually use your computer, you can upload them right to...
Like a podcast, song.
Exactly.
Amazing.
You know, that favorite album from the yesteryears, maybe a new album drops, you want to put it on there because you want to go paddleboarding, you want to go for a run, you want to go for a swim. Maybe you're just working in the yard. Maybe you're just doing chores around the house. So let me ask you this.
You probably have very expensive, fancy DJ phones.
Oh.
Would you jump in the pool in those? I just wanted to see that look on your face.
No, absolutely not. I don't even like to sweat in them, let alone, yeah. So that's the cool part. And I want to show this demo because this is the coolest thing. So you see this guy right here, right? He's like, you know what? I'm just going to go for a swim. At the same time, I'm rocking out. I'm listening to my favorite music. Or maybe I'm swimming to a podcast and getting pumped up, you know, for the day. It's the craziest thing to me because I'm going to turn up the music, okay? And what's wild is that you all cannot hear the music, okay? So I'm gonna turn up the music. I'm gonna try to put them next to my microphone. You can hear it, right? So it's playing, but check this out. I'm gonna actually put them in the water. Can you hear that? It didn't stop. It didn't go like any other pair of our You're hearing that because you're hearing the vibration and the sound coming from that bone conduction technology. That's what it does. I mean, hello, I'm in the water. I'm submerged. Look. Now you can't hear it? How wild is that?
And it only starts transmitting is when it touches the side of it.
Absolutely.
Because it's like the bone conduction. It's like when it touches your head.
Exactly. So what it does is, let me dry this off real quick. But what it does is, as you put it on, and as the kind of the headphone part, right, rest up right on your end of your cheekbone, it's resonating with the vibration. So back in the 1700s, that's how Beethoven, while he was going deaf, a lot of people don't know this story, but Beethoven was going deaf, so he figured out that if he put a rod in his mouth, had the other end of that rod to his piano, he could feel the vibration, and that's how he was able to conduct and play. Now, I'm thinking that here in 2025 going, wait, what? But think about the old days. They had to be innovative. They had to invent new ways of doing things. They didn't have hearing aids back then. He couldn't just go to the local store, popping in a hearing aid, be like, oh, I'm cool, I'm gonna go start conducting now. No, they had to use this bone conduct. So this has been around for a long time. You're just not used to it because maybe you don't have hearing aids. Maybe you haven't had a pair of Aiwa headphones that have the bone conduction. But I love the fact that it's completely waterproof. I love the fact that it's extremely lightweight, and the fact that I can put up to 8 gigs of songs on here too. So I can be anywhere and everywhere. I can be on the plane, and I can listen to anything on the go too as well. Or I can easily have it Bluetooth up to 30 feet away via my smartphone, any basically smart enabled device that has Bluetooth, which I love. So if you have a smart TV with Bluetooth, you can watch it while, you know, the person next to you is sleeping or resting, and you can still, but you can also be on the go. It's such a fantastic gift.
And you can also hear if your cat walks in.
But if there's an emergency, here's the cool part. If there's an emergency, I can still hear. I can hear the ambulance. I can hear the car honking.
And you actually have an earpiece in right now.
Right.
Because you're listening to the director and the producer. He has an earpiece in.
Right. So if I had, if I had an actual earbud, if I had one of these old spaghetti junction wires in, it's digging in my ear canal. I can only stand these for maybe an hour tops, and then I have to take them out. That's why you see me a lot when I'm out, because I always have my Aiwa bone conduction headphones on, because it makes it simple and easy and it doesn't dig into my ear canal. After I would wear those earbuds that went in, probably about an hour or two later, it would just be red, it would be sore, and I don't like to have things, when we're a producer and when we're producing music for long periods of time, it's always better for your hearing to actually have over-the-ear headphones. That's why you see a lot of producers in the studio wearing like we call them big cans, because it helps to protect your eardrums and helps to protect your hearing. But this is fascinating because it's literally just the bone conduction sitting up against my jawbone, resonating that sound so you can feel it and hear it and be on the go.
All right, we're getting really limited in that beautiful lavender. It's kind of like a light pink color. We're in the 200s. Now, this was a big Today Special. I was on that day and we did a presentation of it. It was really popular. And I saw that we were doing, because sometimes at the end of a Today Special, there's a few hundred left of something. The price goes up. For some, we're doing a special summer kind of variety show here. They gave me a post Today's Special price. What that means is it's the exact same deal we had when it was a Today's Special a few days ago. Now, when you're buying this, I just want to mention, if you want to buy a second Today's Special, your first one's $49.99. This is, I can't believe that we're even doing this again. You get a second one for $39.99. So let's say you want the #1 and #2 most popular colors, the black and then the lavender. It's $49.95 and your second one is $39.95. Now, if you want to, then you could buy another Today's Special and then get another one at $39.95. It's not like you get a whole bunch of them for $39.95. You buy one Today's Special, you get a second one for $10 off the Today's Special price, not off the $187 retail value. I'm not sure if we had a case that went with these that were available that were like $12. We might have sold those out. Yeah, we might have sold those out. But okay, 12,000, Doug, have sold.
Yeah,
12,000. I know how popular these are because, listen, hearing aids, first of all, hearing aids became over-the-counter recently. There was a new law, so a lot of people are like, oh, they become more affordable, more accessible. But one thing is, it's like, how do you listen to your podcast if you have a hearing aid? This is the way. This is the way. This is the way. I mean, it really is the only way. If you want to privately listen and you're not, disturbing somebody else, maybe you want to listen to the game. You know, this is going to be shocking. I've done stand-up comedy shows and I've seen guys with their ear listening to the game while their wife dragged him to come see me.
Those dang sports fans, so annoying.
It doesn't bother me. I want everyone to have their own entertainment. It only happened once.
And then all of a sudden they're like this.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just trying to stay married at that point.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. Hey, I'm like, hey, I appreciate the effort. But how many times, like the earbuds, you lose one of them. They're like $300, $300.
So annoying.
This happened to me. I lost one. I bought a second earbud set. And then I found the other earbud. That is a true story. And I was like, why? And then you can't, of course, return. It was just this. You know what I like about this? You're getting it for your kids. For someone like me who loses stuff, you're not going to lose one, right?
Well, guess what? If it winds up in the pool or the water, it's okay. It's meant to go, and it was waterproof.
Even the bathtub.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times, we get that, that bottle. I say bottle. We get that glass of wine, right?
The bottle
we put
with
on
the
our
nipple.
music,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I don't want to have my earbuds. I'm afraid I'm going to drop one because I will, because I'm a klutz, or I don't want to have anything tethered to me because that's not safe, right? Well, how about putting this on, because you can barely feel these Aiwa headphones on you. They're extremely soft, less than 1 ounce of weight. So literally you don't even feel them. They don't squeeze your head. It's a very soft gel material that it's made out of. And look at this guy swimming laps, just getting his breaststroke on right there. And you know what? They're not falling off. They're nice and snug. You got people walking, running, cycling. They're great for the college kids getting ready to go back to college at the end of the summer. It's a great Father's Day gift. It's really a great gift for anybody who loves music and anybody who does things on the go. Another another thing I like is that all the controls are literally right here. So I can change the volume. I can go up, I can go down. I can answer my calls. All of a sudden, ring, ring, ring. It's Bluetooth to my phone. Yeah, hello, sure, I'm on the go. Maybe I'm doing yard work. I'm still doing something. I don't have to stop or juggle. Like, oh, hang on, let me put my left earbud in because I accidentally stepped on my right one.
Can you answer calls or do you have to go to your phone?
No, you just basically tap the button and instantly can answer your phone calls, which I love. So everything is right here, right, at one single touch. But I love the fact, too, that once again, you know, if I'm playing music, I can take this off. So I want to play this song again. I'm going to turn my volume up, okay? Now you're hearing it a little bit through my microphone, okay? But then I drop them in. They're playing in the water. This blows my mind. Where were these when we were kids?
Oh, yeah.
We would have never gotten out of the water.
Well, you know what? You think about how much money you're going to save by not losing one of them, by having them for summer fun. I mean, you're like, oh, you know, that would be, I'm at the beach. I probably don't want to, I don't even want to bring my earbuds. But don't be that person at the beach that blasts your music that annoys everybody around you.
Don't even get me started on that.
That is definitely a pet peeve of mine. As I go to like relaxing day and some family comes over the boom box, I'm like, okay, enjoy that privately. And these are waterproof. That was like a public service announcement.
Yeah, PSA, because we are in summertime.
We are in summertime. Think about.
You heard it from Helen.
Yeah, right.
Do not make her upset at the beach.
Yeah, don't upset me at the beach. I'll go ham on you. So I will just say that is. Yeah, I'll say anything on live TV. Nothing gets in my way.
That's why I love going on everything. You're just so much fun. Well, you know, another thing too, speaking of going ham, you can go ham for 9 hours because that's the battery life that you get on a simple 2-hour charge. So I can charge these for 2 hours, and if I'm listening to these at 50% volume, which I do, I get 9 hours of playtime. I don't do anything for 9 hours. Like, maybe I sleep if I'm lucky. So that's such a long time for such a great value.
All right, well, thank you so much for jumping in. DJ Fresh, follow him on Instagram. What's your Instagram handle?